Yeah, so, question. What would be the ideal way of traveling for you? Any ideas? Yeah, you might tell me transposition, quantum leap. Quantum leap. Who doesn't dream about the quantum leap? Disappearing from point A, appearing at point B, at the speed of light. Yeah, I wish we are there. I'm afraid science is not there yet. So the reality is that we still need cars with engines to move and to travel. This is today's reality. Now, it is estimated that more than 1 billion passenger cars travel the streets and the roads of our world today. 1 billion passenger cars. On top of that, we have more than 100 million new cars, new vehicles, being produced and put on the market each and every year. So you can imagine the pressure that are getting automotive makers to reduce their cars' engines emissions and carbon footprint. And why is that? Who is the driver of this? It's simply customers. You and I, we are all requiring more safety, nicer design in a car, but also a strong socio-environmental responsibility. And therefore, governments are legislating for stricter regulations in terms of emissions and imposing them to car makers. Now, you might want to know that to produce a vehicle, to produce a passenger car, we use almost 17% of polyolefins, of plastic materials, to produce all this. It's one of the most plastic used, and within these plastics, we have more than 36% of polyolefins. Polyolefins are polypropylene mainly, a little bit of polyethylene to produce this car. So polypropylene is the main one. This is a material that is widely used to produce a lot of components in a vehicle. Why? Because it has an excellent freedom of design, which means that it processes very good. It is super compatible with a lot of materials to make the formulations and to make the nice compound to produce parts. It has an excellent balance between properties and price. Of course, we are talking about massive production cars, without forgetting the recyclability of this material. Today, you can find polypropylene almost everywhere. You can find them in some safety applications, bumpers, airbag covers, door panels, IPs. You can find them in functional parts like consoles, like headlight housings, like mirror casing, ventilation systems, engine covers. And we can also find them even in aesthetic applications, like interior and exterior trims. So they are really everywhere in the car today. Now, any ideas to reduce emissions? We have some. Weight saving. When you reduce weight of the car, then you are reducing emissions automatically. In a vehicle that is weighing approximately between 1.3 and 2 tons, you have on average 70 kilograms of polypropylene used. And in these 70 kilograms, almost the half are being used for high impact resistance applications, applications that require higher safety. And Repsol has got some ideas to save weight and therefore to reduce emissions and to help customers reach the targets. How? No, we won't ask passengers to go on a diet. be, be calm. We thought about different things. Could help, of course. We're not against. Well, simply by designing and producing new polypropylene materials, especially for those high impact resistance applications, security applications. And these new materials will bring the weight reduction. How we do that? So as an integrated polyolefin producer, we have launched a new range of materials, polypropylene materials, under the brand name Impacto, like for impact resistance. And we designed them according to 4 main technical concepts for weight reduction again. Lower density, so materials having lower fillers, for example, mineral fillers, lower talcum or glass fiber or whatever, to reduce their weight, the weight density of the material, and therefore to replace traditional heavier materials in polypropylene to save weight and therefore reduce emissions. That is the first concept. The second concept is designing special materials for new processing technologies. Traditional process technology for automotive is injection molding. And what we see today is emerging a new technology that is called foaming, whereas the material is foamed with different technologies, gas or foaming agent, to produce parts that are lighter. And you need special materials for these technologies, and these also are ones that we are working on in the design and formulations. The third concept is higher melt flow compounds. With a higher melt flow compound, what you can do is that when you are injecting your part, you are controlling better the wall thickness, and therefore you can reduce wall thickness without compromising on mechanicals and get lighter parts. And last but not least, we have alternative fillers. Mainly, we are talking here for polypropylene, for high glass fiber compounds based on polypropylene, whereas the target is to replace traditional materials that are heavier, could be metal, aluminum, or others, partially or totally, some hybrid solutions with these materials. So, yeah, we are also thinking about the future, the next steps. So this is good, what we do now, they still need to go on the street, but also we think already about some next steps. One of them is 3D printing. So 3D printing, I have a colleague of mine that talked about this in the morning. We develop materials, polypropylene-based materials for printing in a 3D shape, parts, and by this way you can control perfectly the design of the part, the freedom of design, and you can use exactly the quantity of material needed to get the part nice and with the appropriate characteristics, and there you are reducing weight. And the second also future topic for us is is printed electronics or plastronics. This concept uses innovative PP materials where you can print actually your electronic circuits on the surface of the plastic part and therefore put no more cables, for instance, to functionalize the part. No more cables, less complexity, also lighter weight. Yeah, so to make long story short, I think me and any one of you want to keep on driving its nice car, but think about the planet, care about the people and the health. And how we do that? Yeah, today I'm taking part of the solution thanks to my company. The solution, we call it Impacto, this new range of polypropylene materials. And I'm really proud to take part of this and proud to be part of Repsol. Thank you, everyone.